Hey, welcome to the talking room. I'm Alex.
And I'm Maya. Good to have you with us today.
Maya, how are you doing? You look like you slept well for once.
I actually did. I went to bed early last night. No reason, I just felt tired. And honestly, I woke up feeling pretty good. How about you?
I'm okay. A little thoughtful today, I think. I was sitting with my coffee this morning, just staring out the window, and I started thinking about this question that won't leave my head.
Oh? What question?
It's simple, but also kind of big. I was wondering, what actually makes a person special? Like, truly special. Not famous, not rich, just special.
That's a good one. And honestly, I think a lot of people wonder about this. Maybe more than they admit.
Right. So I thought we could talk about it today. Just explore it together. No answers, just thinking out loud.
I love that. Let's do it.
Okay, so let's start with the question itself. What does it mean to be special? When you hear that word, what comes to your mind first?
Honestly, my first thought is someone who stands out. Someone different from everyone else. Maybe they have a talent, or they did something impressive. That's the first image that comes up.
Yeah, same for me. I think of people who are remembered, people who leave a mark somehow. But here's the thing. When I think about myself, I don't feel like that. I don't feel like I stand out.
Do you feel ordinary?
Sometimes, yeah, I do. And I wonder if that's bad. Like, is being ordinary a problem?
That's interesting, because I think most people feel this way. They look at their life, their job, their routine, and they think, there's nothing special here. But is that true, or is it just how we see ourselves?
I think it's how we see ourselves, but also I think we're trained to think this way. We're always comparing, always measuring, and if we don't win, we feel like we lose.
Right, comparison. That's a big one. Do you ever catch yourself doing that? Comparing yourself to others?
All the time, honestly, it's automatic. I see someone doing well, and my brain immediately goes, why not me? It's not jealousy exactly, it's more like doubt.
Like you're not enough.
Exactly. Like I should be more, do more, be louder, I guess. And when I don't, I feel invisible.
I understand that feeling, and I think it's really common. People don't talk about it much, but everyone has this quiet voice inside that says, you're not special, you're just normal.
And that hurts, even though we don't admit it.
It does. Because deep down, we all want to matter. We want to feel like our life means something.
So here's what I want to understand. Why do we think being special means being famous or successful? Where did that idea come from?
I think it starts early. In school, the special kids were the smart ones or the talented ones. They got the attention, the awards, the praise, and everyone else, they were just there.
Yeah, and we carried that into adult life. Now the special people are the ones with big careers, nice houses, big social circles. And if you don't have those things, you feel small.
But here's what I don't understand. We all know deep down that money doesn't make you special. Talent doesn't either, not really. So why do we still believe it?
Because we see it everywhere. Movies, ads, conversations. Success is treated like a finish line. If you cross it, you win. If you don't, you're just average.
And nobody wants to be average.
No, that word feels almost like an insult. Oh, she's just average. It's like saying she doesn't really matter.
Which is so unfair, because most people are average in most things. That's what average means. It's normal. But we made it into something shameful.
Exactly. And so people spend their whole lives trying to escape it, trying to be more, do more, prove more, just to feel like they're special.
And many of them never feel it anyway, even the successful ones.
Why do you think that is?
Because the goal keeps moving. You reach one thing, and now you need the next thing. There's no end. You can never finally arrive and say, okay, now I'm special.
That's depressing.
It is. But I think it's also hopeful, because it means we're chasing the wrong thing.
Let's talk about that more, this wrong belief, this idea that being special means being better than other people. Why is it wrong?
Okay, so here's one thing I've noticed. The people we call special or original, a lot of them are actually copying someone else.
What do you mean?
Like, They followed a path someone else made. They learned from a teacher. They copied a style. They built on other people's ideas. Nobody is truly original. We're all influenced by others.
That's true. Even artists, even inventors, they were inspired by something before them.
Right. So this idea that being special means being totally unique, it's kind of fake. Nobody's 100% new. We're all connected to people before us.
So then why do we feel like we need to be different to matter?
I think it's fear. Fear of being forgotten. Fear of not being seen. If you're just like everyone else, maybe nobody will notice you.
And that feels dangerous somehow, like you'll disappear.
Yes, and I think the world we live in makes this worse. We see these perfect images everywhere, people showing their best moments, their highlights, and we compare our regular life to those shiny pictures.
And we always lose that comparison.
Always, because it's not a fair game. We're comparing our inside to their outside, our full story to their best chapter.
That's a good way to say it.
And then there's also pressure from society, like you need to have a purpose, you need to have a personal brand, you need to be something, and if you don't know what that is, you feel lost.
Oh, I feel that. The pressure to know who you are, as if identity is something you find, like treasure.
Exactly, but identity isn't one thing. It changes, it grows. And I think many people lose themselves trying to build an image that looks special from the outside.
They become what they think others want to see.
Yes, and that's sad, because in the end, they don't even know who they really are.
So if being special isn't about talent or fame or having a personal brand, what is it actually about?
That's the big question. And I think the answer is much quieter than we expect.
What do you mean?
I mean, being special doesn't come from what you do, it comes from how you do it, and why.
Can you give me an example?
Sure. Let's say two people do the same job, same tasks, same salary, but one of them shows up with care. They listen, they notice small things, they try to help. The other one just does what they have to do and goes home. On paper, they're equal, but in real life, one of them is special.
Because of how they treat the work and the people around them.
Exactly. It's not the job that matters, it's the approach, the values behind the actions.
So being special is more about choices than achievements?
I think so. Small choices, every day. Like being honest when it's hard. Like staying kind when you're tired. Like doing the right thing even when nobody sees it.
That's not flashy.
No, and that's why we miss it. We expect special to be loud, but often it's quiet. It's invisible to others, but you know it. You feel it inside.
Like you feel proud of yourself, not because you impressed someone, but because you stayed true to something.
Exactly. That feeling is real, and I think that's what makes someone special. Not the praise, not the attention, just the quiet truth of living by your values.
But here's where I get a little stuck, because I do want to be seen. I do want recognition sometimes. Is that wrong?
No, I don't think it's wrong. I think it's human. We all want to be seen. It's a basic need.
So how do we balance that? Wanting to be recognized, but also not depending on it.
I think the key is knowing the difference between wanting validation and needing it. Wanting it is fine, but when you need it to feel okay about yourself, that's when it becomes a trap.
Because then you're always looking outside for proof.
Right. And the proof is never enough. Someone gives you a compliment today and you feel good, but tomorrow you need another one and another. It never ends.
It's like being hungry no matter how much you eat.
That's a good way to describe it. The hunger never stops because the food is wrong.
So what's the right food?
I think it's internal. It's the feeling that you're okay without approval, that you matter because you exist, not because you prove something.
That sounds hard, honestly.
It is hard because we're taught the opposite. We're taught that our value depends on what we achieve. But I think real peace comes when you stop believing that.
When you just accept yourself?
Yes, when you stop trying to earn your worth and just have it by default.
I like that idea, but I'm not sure I fully believe it yet.
That's okay. I don't think anyone does fully. It's not a one-time decision. It's something you practice every day a little more.
Let me ask you something personal. Do you feel special?
That's a tough question. Honestly, sometimes I do and sometimes I don't. It depends on the day.
What makes the difference?
I think when I'm in a good place, I feel like my life has value. Not because I did something great, but just because I'm here. I'm trying. I'm real. But when I'm in a bad place, I compare. I criticize. I feel like I'm falling behind.
I feel the same way. It's like I swing between two versions of myself. One that's okay with who I am and one that's never satisfied.
Do you think that second voice is helpful?
I used to think so. I thought it pushed me to grow, but now I'm not sure. I think maybe it just hurts me.
Yeah. I think there's a difference between wanting to improve and believing you're not good enough. The first one is healthy. The second one is exhausting.
And the second one never stops. No matter what you do, it always finds something to criticize.
Exactly. That voice isn't about growth. It's about fear. Fear that you don't deserve love unless you prove something.
That's deep.
It's true, though, for a lot of people, including me.
Including me too.
Can I ask you something now?
Of course.
When do you feel most like yourself? Most real, I mean.
I think when I'm with people I trust, when I don't have to perform, when I can say something dumb and nobody judges me.
That's beautiful, actually.
Is it?
Yes, because it shows that being real is what makes you feel special, not being impressive, not being admired, just being yourself without fear.
I never thought of it that way, but yeah, that's when I feel most alive, I guess.
And I think that's a clue that maybe the search for special is really a search for realness, for connection, for being accepted just as you are.
That's less about doing something and more about being something.
Exactly, being yourself fully, without hiding.
But that's scary too.
Oh, it's terrifying, because what if people don't like the real you?
Right, what if the real me isn't good enough?
That fear is so common. But here's the thing, if people only like a version of you that's not real, do they actually like you at all?
No, they like the mask.
Exactly. So wearing the mask doesn't protect you. It just keeps you alone, even in a crowd.
That's lonely.
It is. And that's why I think being honest is worth the risk, even if some people don't like it.
Okay, so let's say someone listening to this feels very ordinary right now. They don't feel special, they don't feel unique. What can they actually do?
I think the first step is to stop trying to be different.
Wait, really?
Yeah, because that's part of the problem. The more you try to be special, the more you focus on what you're not, and that makes you feel worse.
So, what instead?
Focus on what you care about, not what looks impressive, not what others expect, just what matters to you, personally.
That sounds simple.
It is simple, but it's not easy, because most people don't even know what they care about. They've been following other people's ideas for so long, they forgot their own.
So, how do you find your own?
I think you have to get quiet. Ask yourself questions like, what would I do if nobody was watching? Or what makes me feel alive? And just listen, without judgment.
That takes time.
It does, and patience, and self-trust.
I think a lot of people skip that because it feels slow.
Exactly. We want a quick answer, but identity doesn't work like that. It's built slowly, through choices, through experiences, through reflection. There's no shortcut.
What about comparison? You mentioned that earlier. How do we stop comparing ourselves to others?
Honestly, I don't think you can stop completely. Comparison is part of being human, but you can change what you do with it.
What do you mean?
So when you compare and feel bad, you can notice it. Just pause and say, okay, I'm comparing again. That awareness helps. It takes away some of the power.
Like stepping back from your thoughts.
Yes, you're not fighting the thought. You're just not believing it completely. You're watching it like a cloud passing by.
That takes practice.
It really does. But over time, it gets easier. The thoughts still come, but they don't control you as much.
What else can help?
I think limiting how much you look at other people's lives helps. Not in an extreme way, but just being aware that every time you see someone else's success, your brain might start comparing.
And that can be dangerous for your mood.
Very, especially when you're already feeling low. Sometimes the best thing you can do is just close the window, come back to your own life, focus on what's in front of you.
That reminds me of something. I think one reason we feel ordinary is that we only see our full life, the boring parts, the struggles, the doubts, but we only see others' highlights.
Exactly. And so we think their life is amazing, mine is boring. But that's not true. Everyone has boring days. Everyone has doubts. We just don't show them.
Right, it's a filtered reality.
And when you compare your full picture to their filtered one, you'll always feel worse.
So, what's the answer?
I think it's accepting that your life is real, that the boring parts are normal, that you don't have to always be growing, achieving, improving. Sometimes just living is enough.
That's kind of freeing.
It is, because it takes away the pressure to perform. You can just be.
Let me ask you this, Maya. Do you think everyone is special or only some people?
I think everyone has the potential to be special, but it depends on how you define it.
What's your definition?
I think being special means being true to yourself, living by your values, caring about something, being honest, and doing those things even when nobody notices.
So it's not about being better than others.
No, it's about being real, and anyone can do that.
But do most people do it?
Honestly, no. I think most people try to be what others expect. They follow the path someone else made, and they lose themselves along the way.
That's sad.
It is, but it's also not permanent. You can always come back to yourself. It's never too late.
That's hopeful.
I think so too.
What do you think holds people back from being real?
Fear. Mostly fear.
Fear of what?
Fear of rejection, fear of not being liked, fear of being different, fear of not fitting in.
That's a lot of fear.
It is, and it's deep. It starts when we're young. We learn that certain behaviors get approval and others don't. So we start adjusting, hiding parts of ourselves, building a safer version.
And we keep doing that forever?
Unless we stop, unless we question it, unless we decide that being liked isn't worth losing ourselves.
That's a big decision.
It is, and it doesn't happen all at once. It's more like a slow waking up. You notice one thing, then another, and slowly you start choosing honesty over approval.
Do you think most people want to do that?
I think everyone wants to be real, but not everyone is ready to pay the price.
What's the price?
Discomfort, uncertainty, maybe losing some people who only liked the fake version. But in return, you get peace, you get self-respect, you get to actually live your own life.
That seems worth it.
It is, but you have to feel it yourself. Nobody can force you to wake up.
I think one more thing that helps is accepting that you don't have to be special to matter.
Yes, that's huge. You don't have to be the best. You don't have to be remembered. You just have to be here, fully, with your eyes open.
That's a quiet kind of value.
It is, and it's enough. More than enough, really.
Do you believe that deep down?
Honestly, some days I do, some days I don't. But I'm trying, and I think the trying is what counts.
Same here. I'm not fully there yet, but I'm on the path.
That's all any of us can do.
You know what's funny? We started this conversation asking what makes someone special, and I feel like we never gave a clear answer.
No, because maybe there isn't one, or maybe the answer is different for everyone.
Or maybe the answer is that you don't need to be special. You just need to be yourself.
I think that's it. That's the thing people are really looking for.
Not fame, not attention, just to feel real, to feel like their life is theirs.
Yes, and that's possible for everyone, without doing anything extraordinary, just by being honest and showing up.
All right, I think we should start wrapping up. We've covered a lot today.
We have, and I hope it gave people something to think about.
Just one last thought from me. Maybe the goal isn't to become special. Maybe it's to realize you already are, not because of what you did, but because of who you are.
That's a beautiful way to end it. Thank you, Alex.
Thank you, Maya, and thank you to everyone listening. This was a longer one, but I think it was worth it.
Take care of yourselves, be kind to yourselves, and we'll talk again soon.
Bye for now.
Bye.